that the world was gonna end on Tuesday morning, what would everybody do? Yeah. And it's funny how the thought of that can make some things real important, and a lot of things seem pretty worthless too. But I'd be dancing like a fool, and I'd be laughing, I'd be crying, calling anybody who I ever hurt and reconciling. I'd call everyone I love, see what I was scared to say to them. Now that I think about it, maybe I should always live like the world is gonna end.
So, about to make this official. I have my paperwork here for my travel trailer, signed, sealed, and about to be delivered. We ordered our trailer from Jeff Couch RV Nation out in Ohio. Even though I'm paying for shipping out here to California, the California prices were so much higher that it actually is still a better deal to have it shipped out. Honestly, I've never even actually seen the trailer. I've seen the walkthroughs of it. I've seen a lot of pictures of it. So I have a newer version. I actually ordered the 2022, but by the time it went into production, I got a 2023 model, which aren't even on display right now. So mine was one of the first ones to be delivered. I landed on, based on just the floor plan alone for the family, I ended up with the Salome Cruise Light by Forest River, and it was the 273 QBXL with the bunkhouse. I really like the idea of having that separate room with a door. I have 3 children, which you will get to know and see them kind of explore this new life with me, but they are 12, 14, and 16. All in one room. It should be fun. we will figure out a way to build some privacy, some curtains of some sort in there for them, but part of this journey is making sure that we do spend as much time together for the next few years as possible. And the idea is not to sit in the trailer all day long, it's to go see this country and the others here in North America. So I think, given that I was able to trade in my SUV for a half-ton truck, here I've got the Silverado 1500, very basic. There is not a bell or a whistle in this bad boy, but I did read that the less you put in your truck, the more you can tow. So when I bought the truck, my only criteria was that it had to be a crew cab, and the interior needed to be dark colored because I've got children and it's stained and the fabric stains. So they found me a custom one. I think this is just a rear wheel drive. The total empty weight of the trailer is about 6,000 pounds, and I can tow, the full tow capacity I think is about 9,200 pounds. I've got all the actual numbers. I'm not just flying super blind, so I can probably put it at the bottom there if anybody's interested. Chevrolet also has this cool app when you do get a new truck that it actually has the tow calculator. So if you use your sticker on the side of the truck here, which they are now required to put, I guess they didn't always have to put them there. It seems like an awesome idea. I don't know why it took so long, but if you have your your weight sticker on the side, you kind of just plug and play those numbers into the calculator. You put in your trailer information, and then you have to kind of guesstimate what is the weight of your passengers, what is the weight that you're carrying in the truck versus and the weight you're carrying in the trailer, and it will kind of keep you in the safe zone, so to speak, and it does take into account the actual weights of the truck too. So super useful, just throwing that out there. If anybody was interested in how all of that works, it's a little bit overwhelming when you're looking at it, but you don't have to get like an F250, you don't have to go get an F450. You can really get started with something sort of small and figure out where you want to go from there, and that's sort of our plan. This truck's not a forever truck, and our new trailer, as excited as we are to get it, is not a forever trailer, but we don't want to wait too long, and I really want to get rolling. So this makes it official. I believe she'll be rolling up in the next week or so. And then I'll be able to do quite a few more interviews. I'll be able to do quite a few more videos of us actually in the trailer. We're gonna do a lot of, I guess they call shakedown trips, but I also have RV hookups right at my house, so I plan to leave it running for quite often, just to be able to test all the systems out and make sure that they're working long term, not just a quick flip of the switch. That's a luxury that I have. Not everybody has that, but I definitely intend to use that to my fullest advantage. Another good thing that you all may want to stay tuned for is I am a single mother. I have 3 children. I told you their ages. We also have coming with us our 3 dogs. So we've got a German Shepherd Golden Retriever mix, Miss Shira. We've got Ari, who is an Anatolian Shepherd mix, and then we've got our enormous Great Dane Rollo, who is a purebred English Great Dane. So logistically, I am still sorting out how to use all of our space appropriately. I'm gonna be purchasing a soft cap for the back, getting a crate strapped in for the dogs, just really trying to work out how we can best travel with them, looking into some external hard shell camper for them, just so that when we are not at the trailer and we're off and we can't have the dogs, that we've got a place that they can be secured, that's temperature controlled. So if you really want to do this and you look around in your life and you think, there's no way, I have so much going on, I can't do this, well, I will tell you, there is a way, because there has to be a way. You'll figure it out. I moved to California 2 years ago and I started somewhat of a mini farm. So I'm now in the process of rehoming goats and ducks and chickens. I'm downsizing. I met with my realtor yesterday, the lady who helped me purchase the house. We did a walkthrough. I gave her some ideas of, here are the things that I'm planning to do with the house. I want to put it on the market. Do you think that these things are going to add value? Do you think that it's worth the time and effort for me to finish doing those things that I had planned to do? So if you are looking to go and want a full-time RV and you think, like, I've already kind of bogged myself down, I've got too much going on here, I can't walk away from it, you 100% can. You just need to logistically sort it all out and give yourself a realistic timeline to do that. Be willing to take some losses. Understand that things that are valuable to you aren't always going to be valuable to others. They're not going to bring value back into your life. So it may be, I spent a lot of money on this thing and nobody wants to buy it. Well, then maybe that you take a loss and you have to give that thing away or donate that thing. That's not an issue that I have. I am a purger by nature. I like to clear everything out. I give everything away that I can. Every now and then, if there's something very expensive that I know is very valuable, I may try to recoup the cost, especially if I still owe money on it, like maybe a treadmill that I'm about to try to rehome. So probably try to recoup some of the money, since I do owe a little bit on that treadmill still. But for the most part, if you are committed to doing this, then commit and understand that there might be losses. And it might feel like a loss now, but it's not. It's not a loss later. You aren't going to need it in this new life that you want to go have. So keep in mind that the mission is getting on the road full time, and you've got to just assess and mitigate your risk to get you there. And you have to be able to sacrifice some of the comforts that road doesn't, or that life doesn't lend itself to. So you're not bringing your treadmill. Why would you keep it? You're going to need to let things go. And as far as animals, the dogs I'd really like to keep with me, so we're going to do everything we can to make that happen. My children also have some cats that they don't want to leave behind, so we're going to try to make that happen. If not, we'll work it out with my family or another good family to try to find them a good place to be if the road life is not for them. But we are going to give it our best go of it, and everything is just a problem that needs to be solved, right? So we've got to sort out how do we add some space, or how do we use the space we have to the best of our ability and level set our expectations of what that looks like. But there is so much to be said about getting started on the path to this life that I don't think I've personally just not seen YouTube or anybody really. You kind of hear after it's done, when the person has accomplished what they wanted. I would imagine all the people who did not accomplish what they wanted to do and got to go full-time travel, you're not hearing from those people. I am certainly committed to this. I don't see this not turning out as I intended, but it's not a guarantee. Life throws us curveballs, but I figured I'm getting into this now. I'm going through the process. I'm determining what is my path, what am I going to take, what do I need to get rid of, how am I going to logistically make this happen. I'm doing all of this work up front, and I've got a list, and I've got a plan, I've got a timeline, and I think it's worth sharing because I think there's a lot of other people out there that are already kind of in this same boat and not where they want to be. And I know personally it just drives me crazy when I see only the people out there doing the thing that I want to do and I'm not there yet. Whether it works out the way I plan or not, I think it will help. And I think it will help ease not anxiety, help ease the anticipation that some other people may be feeling because they're not on the road yet. I'm not on the road yet either, but we're all working towards it. So I have a checklist. So truck was checked. RV is checked. I've got my national park pass, check. Give yourself some low-hanging fruit, but make a list and start really knocking down those things, because you will really feel that you're accomplishing and you're taking steps towards the goal to get out on the road and make that happen. It's not just something you talk about, it's something that you're actually physically doing every day. So with that, I'll leave you, and very excited. So if you're on this journey too, stay tuned and let's help each other.
Now that I think